South Park's Snow Day had us all dreaming of a winter wonderland, but instead we got more plot twists than a telenovela written by conspiracy theorists. Let's explore why the Snow Day episode has left countless fans as cold as the South Park mountains, and why you might just find yourself nodding in agreement all the way through. But before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe button to join our growing YouTube family. Imagine that snowy town we all know and love turning into a massive playground for some seriously epic Snow Day fun. It's like a dream come true from your childhood days. But wait, there's more to it. How about seeing Cartman, yes, that Cartman we all know, dressed up as the Grand Wizard? If that doesn't scream fantasy fun, then I don't know what does. It's like mixing the excitement of the Black Friday Trilogy with the hilarious vibes of Stick of Truth. And guess what? Even the weapons in the game are getting a total fantasy-style makeover. They're going to look so different, and that's going to make the game even more awesome.
We have been betrayed.
Now, let's talk about how the game looks. Do you know that feeling when you find a secret level in a game? Well, imagine feeling that excitement a million times over. The game is filled with these amazing 3D graphics, and let me tell you, it's a bit like taking a wild roller coaster ride. As someone who loves the game so much, it's like your favorite characters are suddenly jumping out of the screen and becoming all three-dimensional right in front of you. And remember those days when we used to play games on N64 and PS1? Yep, we're going back to that era, but with a fresh twist of snowball fleeing in action. But here's the really cool part. While we're getting all fancy with these 3D graphics, the true heart and soul of South Park haven't changed at all. Just picture this, all the gang is right there, complete with their quirky moves and expressions that we all know and love. It's like they've come alive from your TV and are now right there on your game controller. And if you're worried that the special South Park magic might be lost, well, no need to worry. The way the characters look still has that special charm, just like a snowman holding onto his carrot nose.
It's so beautiful! It's a snow day, the most magical of days.
Now, let's dig into the details a bit more. It's not just about exploring South Park anymore. We're taking charge of it in this super cool 3D way. Remember those corners of the town you always wished you could check out? Well, guess what? You get to do that now. This new 3D twist lets you open doors to all sorts of places you've only ever dreamed about. And get this, even the spots you might not remember too well, like that Mexican restaurant from one episode, are making a comeback. It's like the creators of the show said, hey, let's add in some surprises for the players. Now let's dive into the gameplay, where it's all about teaming up in a super cool 3D co-op multiplayer experience. Take a look at the trailer description. An all-new South Park game is coming in 3D. Join Cartman, Stan, Kyle, and Kenny in three-dimensional glory to celebrate the most magical day in any young child's life, a snow day. Grab up to 3 friends and battle your way through the snow-piled streets of South Park on a quest to save the world and enjoy a day without school. The moment I laid eyes on this trailer, I was almost certain it was going to be like Fortnite, a battle royale game. But when I took a closer peek, there weren't any signs of competitive modes. So I guess I got ahead of myself there. It seems like the game is mainly centered around working together with your buddies, hopefully through an engaging story mode. In the sneak peeks, you'll spot 4 players highlighted in green. That's your crew, taking on groups of computer-controlled kid characters. You'll see some serious action as you go up against these opponents. It's pretty surprising you're actually duking it out with these kids. What's more, the last bit of the description suggests a strong focus on the story, and battle your way through snow-piled streets of South Park on a quest to save the world and enjoy a day without school. If it were just about facing off against each other, I don't think they'd mention a quest. It'd probably be more about teams going head-to-head. So it seems like this game is all about joining forces with friends for a grand adventure. And that's what truly gets me excited. I can totally picture having a blast exploring South Park alongside my pals. The game gives off a co-op hack and slash vibe. It kinda reminds me of those classic Gauntlet Legends games I used to love playing with friends back in the day. However, I'm still not quite sure how exactly the game will look and feel when we're actually in the midst of it. These shots in the trailer were likely put together just for the preview, so who knows how the camera will function once we're diving into the game for real. The last shot shows a quartet of kids charging into battle at a holiday fair, and each one has their very own distinctive appearance, weapons, and special abilities. The kid on the left seems to be spinning around in attack mode. Talk about awesome! I'm hoping that each character will have a specific role in the team. Perhaps one is the tough defender, while another dabbles in magic, and so on. It's a clever way to let each player approach the game differently and bring something unique to the table. Also, it seems like there will be tons of choices when it comes to customizing your character's look once again. Remember how much fun it was picking out outfits, hairstyles, and weapons in the Fractured But Whole? Well, brace yourselves for an even wider array of options this time around. Standing out from your co-op buddies is going to be quite the deal, and having a multitude of choices to achieve that is bound to be pretty awesome.
Hey, new kid! It's a snow day, dude! No ski, everybody! No ski!
Just before the trailer wraps up, Cartman chimes in with one final line before revealing the release date for 2024. Hey new kid, it's a snow day, dude. So that's a confirmation that you'll be stepping into the shoes of the new kid, the same character we met in The Stick of Truth and re-encountered in the Fractured But Whole and Phone Destroyer. They're definitely keeping things consistent, even as they switch up the game's style and genre. But here's a question that's been buzzing in my mind. Will this game follow the same storyline for the new kid, or will they leverage those cool abilities we witnessed before? Are those snappy social media skills making a comeback? What about those humorous farting powers? Any chance those are making an appearance? Speaking of powers, will the new kid lose abilities from the Fractured But Whole because they're ditching their meds? And hey, will their parents play a role once again? I guess only time will reveal the answers. We'll just have to wait and watch as this intriguing tale unfolds. And finally, before we delve into my personal take, let's have a chat about the theme. And I've got to say, I absolutely love it. A snow day is just the perfect backdrop for a South Park game. It's that time when it seems like all the usual rules are tossed out the window, and kids rule the roost on the streets. It couldn't be a more fitting concept, and I'm genuinely excited to see what creative ideas they'll bring to life with it. But here's the kicker, and it's a bit of a downer for me personally. I can't help but feel that this unique theme could also have been a fantastic setting for another captivating RPG, much like the first two games. And that sort of brings me to my overall feelings about this upcoming game. Now don't get me wrong, I do spot some really cool aspects in this game that pique my interest and get me thinking about the potential it holds. Both the Stick of Truth and the Fractured But Whole seamlessly expanded the South Park universe, fitting in like perfect puzzle pieces. It's truly rare to find a game that makes you feel like you're actually immersed in the source material, and that's a sensation I was eagerly anticipating to continue experiencing. While I'm open to South Park exploring various styles of gaming, there's a part of me that genuinely hopes this isn't the only direction they'll take in the realm of video games. I'd be genuinely disheartened if we didn't get another RPG installment in this series. It seems like I'm not alone in this sentiment, considering the reactions to this new game. There's a flood of tweets and comments expressing disappointment with the shift to 3D visuals after the previous games nailed the South Park art style so impeccably. Yet, given the immense surge in South Park's popularity over the past year, the introduction of a co-op gaming experience is, without a doubt, impeccably timed. I'm quite eager to witness how other beloved characters are translated into the 3D realm. Up till now, our glimpse has been limited to Cartman and the new kid. I must admit, the most thrilling prospect that South Park Snow Day brings to the table is the opportunity to traverse a fully 3D rendered South Park map alongside friends. That in itself is reason enough for me to mark the release date on my calendar. I'm genuinely thrilled about the idea of teaming up with some South Park pals for an unforgettable gaming experience. What are your thoughts on the new South Park game? Let us know in the comments section and subscribe for more.